9:45 from Monday to Friday. The intention behind this session is just to improve your communication skills, not to teach entire grammar over here. Because people do have grammar knowledge, but unfortunately, they find it difficult to communicate in daily conversations. We have amazing students who are going to talk and practice your speaking skills. So if you don't know me, my name is Anuraadha. I'm a corporate communication expert, author of the book Is English, and entrepreneur of the art of communication. And well, my dear viewers, if you think that you would like to join our session, no worries. There will be a link below this video. Just click the link, fill the form, and join our WhatsApp group. And we will be sharing our link every day, join link. So with this, let's jump into our today's session. I hope you all are you ready?
Yeah, ma'am.
Happy. So is anything we have? Okay. So well, let's talk about what happened. Is my voice audible to you? Well said.
Yes, ma'am.
Vinitha, am I audible to you?
Yeah, ma'am.
Kushi, am I audible to you?
But some disturbing.
Yeah, maybe you can rejoin. Please rejoin. Wait, you can rejoin, Kushi. Okay. Initial. Mamta, I'm good. Okay. Okay. So according to you, what do you mean by simple present tense? What is simple present tense? What is simple present tense? Anyone can answer?
Simple present tense.
Anyone can answer issues. I think we all know it, right? But
Yeah, ma'am.
What is simple present tense?
Daily ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡೋದು simple present tense ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Have.
Okay, can I have an example, please?
Yeah, ma'am.
I think Kushi is back. Yeah. Give me an example.
I read newspaper daily.
Okay.
I watch spoken English videos regularly.
Okay, awesome. So you are using only with I. What about the other? Like you, we, they, he, she.
Yes.
Parmeshwari, can you give an example for that? Kushi?
My kids troubling always.
My kids
are troubling always.
Okay, my kids are troubling. It means now. It's continuous tense.
Okay.
My kids trouble me always. Because you said now I read newspaper, I watch English channels. All okay. Here the verb is the first form. Right. But when you guys use ing there, the ing is actually happening now.
Presently.
Present continuous tense. You're only present tense. Let me clarify this.
Okay.
I think there's some background sound. Whose voice is it? I don't know. Vinitha's background. Okay, fine. No issues. You can mute yourself if you have it. Okay, when I say present tense, it talks about the daily routine activity. Simple present tense. Okay. So here we use verb like come, go, eat, sleep, speak, talk, mute, all this. And also comes, goes, eats, sleeps. Have you heard this? For example, I sleep late. My husband sleeps early. Parmeshwari works hard. Parmeshwari and Kushi work hard. Can you see the difference of verb? I'll be using when we in simple present tense we use verb. The verb can be in like come, go, eat. It also can be comes, goes, eats. So we use V1. It's called as first verb in first form. Subject is I, we, you, they. V1. I eat. They eat. We eat. You eat. When you say eats, comes, goes, he goes, she comes, it eats. Are you getting the difference here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
You're getting difference here.
Yes.
At the same now, the question, what the queries were is, ma'am, I'm getting confused. When should I use do and does question, and when should I use am, is, are? The answer.
Do does.
Any answer to that? How do we use do does? So when you have, see, both am, is, are, do does, both exist in simple present tense. But there's a slight variation. When you have a verb, I mean to say the action word, kriya, right? When you have an action word, then you can use do and does. For example, I want to ask, you eat non-veg? So so eat is a verb. So do you eat non-veg? You cannot say, are you eat non-veg? It's wrong.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you live in Bangalore? Are you live in Bangalore? If you're using am, is, are along with the verb should be in ing form. For example, is your baby calling? Is she writing? Are okay. Are Mamata and Prafulla listening to me? Here, this is something present, continuous, what's happening now. So today I'm focusing when the am, is, are, and do does question format. When you're using this, both things come in the present tense. But do does is used in present tense when you have the verb. Does Mamata join our class? Right? Does Vinita speak in our session? Does Prafulla do her homework? Do you see the verb here? Join, speak, do. It's a verb. Same thing here, do. Do you enjoy the session? Do they come to your house? Do we speak in our session? Here's a verb. So we use do when there is a main verb and subject is I, we, you, they. When it is he, she, it, we use does. Let's come back to how do we use am, is, are. I'm explaining very clearly so that you can understand it. Very simple. So later you need to give examples for me. Is my screen clear? Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, because while talking in this 1 week, I could see people were confused when they're asking questions to me. So that's the reason I thought, let me take this chapter for you. Am, is, are. So when I say, am I your teacher? Am I your teacher? There is no verb here. Can you see? There is no verb. If I ask Prafulla, is your son at home? Is your son at home? There is no verb here. If I want to ask, is your son crying? It means now. But we're not talking about present continuous tense. We're totally talking about the simple present tense, what is happening generally. Now, are you late today? If I can ask Mamta, she comes at 9:15, 9:20. Today she was late. So I can ask, are you late today, Mamta? You missed a beautiful song. Are you late today? Oh, did you say song? Is the song nice? You're hearing the song. I say, guys, is the song nice? There is no verb there. Is
Yes,
she,
ma'am.
is she or he your friend? Are you getting me? Because henceforth, I don't want to get any mistakes here. See, do does. Do is used for you, we, they. Do you cook well? Do we cook well? Do they cook well? Because here we have verb in first form. Same thing, let's go for does. So does is used for when somebody says he, she, it. Does she teach good? For example, Vinita is telling to her friend, hey, please come to our evening batch 9:15. There's a free section going on in YouTube. Why didn't you come? Then she will ask you, oh, Vinita, does she teach well? Does she teach well? Whatever it is. She cannot ask like, is she teach well? It's wrong. Is wrong. Is she teaching well? Is right. But it doesn't suit here. When you're using am, is, are along with the verb, it should be the verb should be in ing form. For example, you can ask Mamta. Mamta, are you taking notes? Are you taking notes? I can answer. Because now the class is going on. I can see Mamta busy over there doing something. Then I hear, Mamta, are you writing? Are you taking notes? What happens? She's often looking this side. I mean, I don't know where her eyes are going. So I ask her, Prafula, is your son crying? Because her is focal, because the action is going on there. At that moment, I use am, is, are along with the verb in ing form to show that the action is going on now. Am I clear? Am I getting you? Okay. Sorry, are you getting? See, are you getting me? Because I'm taking class. Are you getting me now? For example, you can say that. Number one is that am I clearing your doubts? Am I clearing your doubts? It's a verb in ing form. If you're using verb in ing form along with am, is, are, that is present continuous tense. Please don't mix that chapter with this. Can we have some examples from your end now? Yeah. Any example? Yeah.
Does he have a pen?
Does he have a pen? Have is a verb. Ide. Have is a verb. Anything else? Good. Why do we use does? Why not we use am, is, are? Why can't we use do? Can I have a reason, Kushi? See, because you know English doesn't mean you can use it. Now people are learning over here. You should tell the reason. So Prafulla, Mamata, and all will understand, or anybody can add up to the points. Yeah. Why do we use does? Tell me. Why can't I use is? Why did Kushi use does he have pen? She can say is he have pen? Yeah.
He she, he, it per names others vanta does use karnu ma'am.
Why I can also use is, right? I can also use is. If you're saying he, she, it, I have to use does. I can also use for he, she, it is also. Is. See, am we use for I. Is used for he, she, it. Are is used for you, we, they. Am I right? But now but Kushi's question is perfectly fine. But I want explanation. Why did Kushi use does he have pen?
Mom, can I?
Please go ahead.
Mom, if we use, ma'am, only we can use this for present continuous tense.
Okay. So if there is no verb, what should I do? If there is no verb, okay, present continuous. I'm sure we're not going to talk every day in present continuous. Every day ing form we don't do it. Ing form. See now look at Vinuta's face. Somewhere like this. Oh, Vinuta is thinking. Yeah, she's not going on, right? Vinuta is thinking. Okay, then Mamata will ask, ma'am, is Vinuta thinking? The present situation now. Present. Today we're talking about the simple present tense question. What is present tense? Which we use for daily routine activities, habits of persons, or general facts. We all know that. See now again, is your son peeping? Is your son peeping? Was that also okay? Oh. Okay. Actually, Kushi's example was right. As Kushi is going to school, I'm sure she has this knowledge and goes with the flow. But whereas you people, the why you do mistake is the exposure is very less. But you should understand when to use do does and when to use am is are in a question. Because today we are just talking about the yes or no questions. So Mamta, can we have some example from you too? What example would you like to share to us? Okay, let me tell you a situation where let us see how you ask questions. Imagine Mamta bought a new sari. Where Mamta is not here, is it? Okay. Mamta bought a new sari. She got well dressed and she's coming for our session. And she want to check out whether she's beautiful or not. What questions she can ask? What do you want? This is one situation. Another situation is she want to check out does that sari, whether that sari suits her or not. Two questions. One is she want to check out whether she's beautiful. Second one, she want to check out whether that sari suits her or not. Yes. Kushi, if you know the answer, you can type me privately. Let others answer. Because I know you know the answer, But I want Prafula, Vinutha.
Ma'am, can you repeat the question?
Okay, let's take Mamta. Mamta, she got well dressed, and she has got logged in today, and she says that she want to check out whether she's beautiful or not. Whether she's beautiful or not. The second question is, she want to ask whether that color what she's wearing suits her or not.
Ma'am, am I looking good?
Okay, I never use a word called looking at all. And ನಾನು ಸುಂದರವಾಗಿದ್ದೀನಾ ಸುಂದರ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೀನ ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಸುಂದರವಾಗಿದ್ದೀನಾ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೀನ ಬೇರೆ ನಾನು நல்லா இருக்கேனா அழகா இருக்கேனா நான் அழகா தெரியறேனா it's different. I told him in Kannada.
Do I look good?
அழகா இருக்கண்ணா
அழகா இருக்கேனா நான் சுந்தரವಾಗಿದ್ದೀನಾ ನೀವು the word look means ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೀನಾ
Okay.
ನಾನು
Beautiful.
That's it. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಅವ್ರು ಯಾಕೋ ಸಾರಿ ಆ ಕಲರ್ ಸೂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದಿಂದ ನಾವು ಕೇಳ್ಬೇಕು அந்த கலர் சூட் ஆகுதா No helping Kushi, please.
No.
Yes, let them answer because that's
Does this color suitable for me?
Suitable. Why it's available, is it with you?
Okay. Suit.
Okay. Yes.
Suits.
Not does this color suit me? No,
Suit me.
not suits.
Okay.
Suit. So when you're using do does, the verb should be in the first form. Does this color suit me? SUIT. Yeah.
Okay.
Does this color suit me? Now come back to next question. Yes, Vinitha and Parameshwari. Go ahead.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah.
One question, okay, suits me. Then what's your answer? Suppose preference. If Mamta is asking you, does this color suit me? SUIT suit me. So what could you say? What would you say?
Yes, it suits.
Yes,
It suits. Suits.
suits. The answer
It
should be,
suits.
yeah, the answer should be in V5 or should be in plurals. Yes, it
It
suits you.
suits.
Yeah, fine. So what is the other question?
Does Mamta looking beautiful?
Mamta is asking you directly. Mamta is asking you directly. She's well dressed. She doesn't have a nice makeup, and she's asking you. Nan Sundaragiddina, not Sundara Kansta Dinantala. I know Prafula gave with Kansta Dina. That's the reason I took it out. Sundaragiddina. Naturally, generally, right? Do you ask your husband? Hey, Sundaragiddina. At the time of marriage and after getting kids, you ask your husband, right?
Usually we ask, am I looking good? Am I looking?
But in Kannada, am I right? ನಾನು ಸುಂದರಾಗಿದ್ದೀನಾ ಆ ಸುಂದರ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೀನ ಯಾವ್ದು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ which one do you use of? I'm sure we use both. Am I right? We use both. But here my question is for this.
நான் அழகா இருக்கேன்.
Yes. நான் அழகா இருக்கேனா? Okay, can we pass it on to as Prafula, Vinutha and Parameshwar is not answering. Can we give it to Kushi? Kushi, answer. Gotilva? Come on. Kushi, I didn't expect this from you. Okay, the question here is, am I beautiful? Am I beautiful? Am I beautiful? Don't we ask this question? Am I looking beautiful? What do you keep on telling me?
Actually, my mother said, am I looking beautiful?
That's what I said. I remember I told her Kansta. She used a word called Kansta Dina. So looking beautiful. I told her that. I'm not selling Kansta Dina. Nan Dina. I stopped that word. She told me the very first time itself, am I looking beautiful? Oh, Mamta Bandro. Always she's late after giving an example, she's getting in. Okay, now the question is here. Wow. We have a live question. Now Mamta missed question. She has missed the session. She is joining now. Let her join. Let her join. I think she's getting okay. Mamta Begabani, we're waiting for you. You're the live sample for us today. Okay, imagine now we all were discussing, and what happened? Mamta was not here. She just joined now. What can she ask? Let me see what not questions you think she can ask. In
Yes,
Kilburi.
it shows temperature so high, ma'am. So it shows that.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, since morning you're using, is it? It's because so keep your mobile or laptop in the fridge and come out. Okay. Temperature is high. Okay, what can Mamta ask now? Please tell me. Mamta, your example was going on a few minutes back. When I opened up the question, you vanished, and when I finished the answer, you came back. But now you have missed the question. What can she ask? Sorry, ಮುಂಚೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ late ಆಯ್ತು. What can she ask?
What type of questions does she give?
No WH questions. Only two does Abby's our question today. Late ಆದ್ನಾ? Late ಆಯ್ತನಾ? I gave the translation card. ನಾನು late ಆದ್ನಾ? ನಾನು late ಆಯ್ತನಾ?
ನಾನು late ಆಯ್ತು. ಆಮ್ಯ late.
Sorry? Yeah, come back.
ಆಮ್ಯ late.
You're
Am I late? Am I late?
Am I late?
Am I late? Am I late? Right? You're saying it so fast. I think I don't know. The words are jumbling up. I am. No. Am. Subject is I. LAT late. See, very simple. When you are forming questions, and is are comes first, and then the subject. Again, in do or does comes first, then the subject and the verb in the first form. Be very clear. See, for example, let's have some example here. Okay.
Did I miss anything?
Today's chapter is not about it, right? The question is exactly about am, is, are, and the present is question. Imagine now, let's go another. I'll give a live example for you. Imagine a Parmeshwari and myself. Okay, we both are almost maybe around a kilometer, 1 or 2 kilometers away. Sharmi, I missed it. 1 or 2 kilometers away from our class, from my place. Okay. I go for a walk in the morning. One day it so happened I saw her also in the park. I didn't see her so many days. Maybe I was late, I missed her. So what can I ask her? Is the situation clear? One day I saw Parmeshwari in my walking park. I generally go for a park. I go for a walk in a particular park. But that particular day, Parmeshwari also had come. But I didn't know whether she comes every day or not. So when I see her that day, what question can I ask her?
Do you come regularly?
Yeah. Easy, simple. Do you come every day?
Every day.
I can. Yes, you had some answer, Kushi. Right? Do you come regularly? Okay, now any of you, I give 5 minutes time. Can you give a situation and get the questions? Mamta, you didn't talk today. Please, you need to speak. Who's going to give the situation? Vinudha, okay, Kushi, you go ahead and give the situation.
Ma'am? Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Ma'am,
Gone? Okay, anyone else? Okay, now I don't know anything about, now let's take Kushi. Her mommy is with the next to her. I want to ask Kushi if her mommy cooks well or not. How can I ask? No, prefer don't answer. I mean, Kushi don't answer. I want to ask Kushi whether her mom cooks well or not. Yes, Vinita, hold on. You answer, give me an answer. Hold on, Vinita. Parmeshwari and Mamta.
Is your mommy cooks well?
Come back. Lovely answer.
Is your mommy cooks well?
Is your mummy cooks well? Is it correct? We can't use. How you say cooks? Okay. Or the right hand. Okay. Anyone else? Parmeshwari, can you take a second chance? Kushi, no giving answer to mummy.
Mom, no tell.
Keep your fingers on your mouth. That's your LKG instruction. Okay. On your lips, yeah. On your lips. So, Parmeshwari, can you give the answer? I'm asking Kushi about Prafulla, whether your mom cooks well or not. What should I ask?
Does your mama cooks well?
Does your mama cooks well? Is it correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Does your mama cooks well? Is it correct?
Cook. Does your mama cook well? Not
Is it
cook.
correct? Parmeshwari, is it correct?
Does
Does
team?
your mama? So now tell me, Prafulla, why do you use does here? And later tell me, Vinuta, why did you use? Why do you say it has to be cook, not cooks? Okay, Prafulla, let her explain why she did does here.
Oh.
Does third person mama anna third person aguttalla mama?
Okay, why can't I use is? We also use is.
Is continuous present continuous ಬಳಸಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಈಸ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಈಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಕುಕಿಂಗ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತದು
Mamta artha aita artha aita what's the mistake is you said is your mama cook well or ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it is continuous is your mummy cooking well but we at the situation we can't ask this because it's a general question I'm asking Kushi. I don't know about whether mom cooks well or not. So I asked Kushi, does your mom, okay, Vinita, please tell me why should I use cooks? Why shouldn't I use? Yeah.
ಗುಣವಿ ಸುಂದರ ಹೆಸ್ನ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ವರ್ಬಿಗೆ ಎಸ್ ಸೇರಿಸಬಾರ್ದು.
Okay, next time I would like to have, I want the answer also in English.
Okay.
Okay.
While making the sentence, while using the does, we should add only verb form. While answering making the answer, we should add yes for verb.
So what about when you're using do?
Do also same.
Yeah.
The answer only we should add. Yes. We should add yes.
Whenever you're making question with do or does, the verb should be in V1, verb in first form. See, the structure is very simple. Do or does, next is subject, next is verb in first form, and next is rest of the sentence. I want to ask people, hey guys, do you all dance well? Do you all dance at home?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Do you dance? Right? Now, Kushi is saying, no, I don't dance. Then all the house says, no, ma'am, we all dance in the kitchen.
She is telling
she dances, okay? So I say now, ma'am, now Prafulla is saying, ma'am, she dances. And she say, ma'am, I also dance along with her. She can say, ma'am, we all dance. My son, my husband, Kushi, everyone dance. We all dance together. So, right? We dance, she dances. Right? You dance, I dance. Clear, Aita? So next time I would like to see more of conversation in English. I hope this chapter is clear for you today. And if possible, the group is open, I think. Looks like the group is open yet. You can share some examples using am, is, are question. Yeah. And also do, does question. No need to give answer for that. Answer will be done in the next level, the next class. Is that okay? But before you make question, when you come back tomorrow's class, I would like to have explanation for all the questions what you framed today. Is that okay? The deal is fine?
How many questions should we frame?
No, each one, two is enough. Whether you can make a question in am, is, are, one question, do, does, one question. Okay? For example, like, are you hungry? You make a question, but give me a situation. When can you ask this? Are you hungry? That's where we get clarity. For example, another question, does your husband give you pocket money? Does your husband give you pocket money? Question think in that way. See, for example, now Prafula and Mamata are coming always full nice, heavy lipsticks or full dress up and all this. I asked, Mom, does your husband give you pocket money? What kind of pocket money? Generally, because I keep this observing always. Only then you can use present tense. So today is just a hint of it. You can work once you start sharing examples. 1, 2 examples, each one of you. So you have 1, 2. So I will almost be getting 10 examples. Am I right? It's just not about giving examples. I would like to hear the explanation or the situation when I can use this, as I give it today. Yes, Kushi, you're on mute. Looks like you're saying me something. Not to me, is it? Okay, done. Okay. Now Kushi is talking to herself. I can ask Prafula. Prafula, does she speak to herself always? Again, I think. Does she speak to herself? Because I see her activity today. I asked, okay, you want to say something? She said, no, ma'am. But she keeps on moving her lips, then plup, 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 plup. Then as a mother, Prafula as a mother, I asked, does your daughter speak to herself? Avಳು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾಳ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಳ is not there. ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾಳ. Clear? Any doubts? Where is Parmeshwar is not here? Okay, I think you're clear today, but I would be very clear if you share the examples in the group or in the comment section. I'll share the link of my YouTube. Probably you can share your examples over there. Is that okay?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
It will be really nice because that's one way of coming forward with your own examples, ideas, and removing the fear of people's judgment or hesitation. In YouTube, below the thing you can watch, and I mean, you can share examples, no limits. Don't get scared of people's judgment. I'll also check all the questions over there. Before I come to session tomorrow, I'll check what are the questions you have shared there. I'll share the link today. I'll check it out. Don't get, and please don't. See, now imagine 9:30, son goes to sleep. Now, and she bought her son now. What can I ask Prafula?
Is your son awake?
Come back.
Mom, is your son awake?
Yeah. Is your son awake yet? Is he still awake? I'm not using do does. I'm not ever using do does. I'm just using is your son still awake? Check out when you're making the sentence verb idya, verb ilva. Check mali. Or are you using ing?
Ma'am? But you told when is come, a verb should be in the ing form.
But where is the verb?
Awake.
Is your son awake? It's a passive voice.
Past. Oh.
Passive voice. Active voice, passive voice, Gurukulam.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Because in the biggest confusion here is the son still awake. This here is awake acts as a noun. Sometimes the problem with the verbs are verb sometimes acts as a noun, adjective sometimes acts like an adverb. For example, let me explain you with this last example conversation. For example, it rains heavily in Bangalore in the month of May. Correct? It rains heavily in Bangalore in the month of May. General happening. I like to play in rain. In both the cases, I use rain. I didn't use ing form. It rains heavily in the month of May. I use rains here. And I like to play in rain. When I say I like to play in rain, this rain is noun. It rains heavily. That rain is verb. That's a confusion in English. Always it depends upon the sentence, the context of it. So I would love to see your examples in a very simple manner. Each one of you, two examples, and it would be really a great sharing. Is that okay? I hope you can do this. Right, Mamta?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I will see it and I'll share the link of my video. Maybe you can see it, check it out, and come back to me tomorrow. So, well, with this, we end this episode, and whoever wants to join the session, please check the link below this video and enjoy a live session with us. Thank you. Good night. Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.